What's good with you, YouTube? Today I'll address an email question I got from a viewer. So Kim, if you're listening, this one's for you. Before I get into this, let me give y'all some context on Kim. I got an email from her that was a little disheartening. She basically said that since her and her first ever boyfriend broke up back when she was a teenager, she hasn't been able to close the deal on the relationship ever since. She says things usually go well enough for the first few weeks of talking, but then the guy normally starts to distance himself after a while. Basically, every guy she talks to loses interest after a little while. But here's the catch. She's 23 years old and still a virgin. She says she wants to save sex for marriage because she only wants to sleep with one guy her entire life, and she wants that one guy to be her husband. That's her conviction, and she doesn't plan on budging on it at all, which I find to be phenomenal and respectable. I guess the disturbing part of her email was about how now the lack of a successful relationship is starting to affect her self-esteem. It's even gotten to a point where she's considering artificial insemination and a life of solitude. Outside of the baby, of course. Her question to me was, would a good guy really walk away from a girl because he can't have sex with her? And is it practical for her to think that? Is there more to it than that? Or is there something wrong with her? Should she lose weight? Is she ugly? She even sent me 2 pictures, one headshot and one shot showing her whole body. With that said, first of all, Kim, let me just say this so it's understood. You are not ugly. You are not ugly. Not even a little. In fact, you're way too fine for some shit like that to even come out of your mouth. You're beautiful with flawless skin and an absolutely flawless figure. You sent me pictures with no makeup. Some of these so-called bad bitches can't even come outside without makeup. You don't need to lose no weight. You're perfect the way you are. In fact, you should probably be on TV. The marvels of Africa. It's amazing what rejection can do to a person's psyche. Oh, and I ain't shooting no shot. I'm very happily married, so that's not where I'm going. My point is, never doubt your black girl magic. With that said, here are a few things I want you to consider. To your question of would a good guy walk away just because he can't have sex with you? My response is absolutely he would. Absolutely he would. When I say the phrase good guy, what I'm referring to is a man with integrity. A man who won't mislead you. A man who wouldn't use you for what he wants and then discard you. There are men out there who are full of honor and integrity and have voracious sexual appetites. If they meet someone who doesn't put out, they don't lie about what they want. They just simply move on. The type of guy you need to worry about is the guy who makes you think he wants what you want just so he can finesse your panties off after you fall for him without giving you a marriage. I hate to say this, but some of the guys who walked away might have been good guys. They just didn't want what you want, so they chose not to mislead you. Though I'm sure not all of them were good. The first issue here is, you may not be differentiating your type of guy from all the other types of guys, as far as what they want out of a relationship. What I mean by this is, you're looking for a husband. And while searching for a husband, you've been dating guys who are looking for a girlfriend. Guys who are looking for a girlfriend haven't committed to the idea of marriage yet. Most guys who are looking for a girlfriend are going to have sex because they don't see the relationship as permanent anyway. They believe that relationships are temporary until proven permanent. So if you don't learn how to spot men who are looking for wives, this could go on for a while. Most men can't imagine committing to the idea of a wife until years into a relationship. Yet and still, there are other men who, like you, dream of a family and waste no time looking for a life partner and a wife. These men aren't as rare as women think they are, but they also aren't waving the marriage flag everywhere they go either. It's not the most popular way to court women. So I guess that's one of the things that you have to try harder to identify. Is he looking for a girlfriend or is he looking for a wife? Find you a man that's looking for a wife. You mentioned in your email that you believe it's divine to save yourself for marriage, and I couldn't agree more. So find you a man of God who understands that concept. Maybe in the church. A woman like you needs a spiritual man who can appreciate such a sacrifice. I don't know what your religion is, but I'm sure there's a website dedicated to matching you up with someone of your spiritual aptitude. I can't tell you where to find them, but I know that you can find them. My other point is that I can't tell you whether or not you should give up on the idea of love completely and get artificial insemination just so you can be done with it. What I will urge you to do is be patient. And don't internalize every failed attempt at a relationship as rejection. I've seen men walk away from women when they realize that that woman was too good for them. Bad character corrupts good manners. Some men aren't willing to corrupt your good manners. If you are spiritual, then trust me, you want what God has for you. You don't want your will, but God's will. Your plan is good, but God's is great. So trust Him. Trust Him to be faithful to the desires that He has put in your heart. I'm no holy roly, but I trust God. He ain't let me down yet. Before I met my wife, I had been in relationships with people who didn't understand or value the power of my spirit. I felt just like you, discouraged. I just kept being my best. I didn't get bitter toward women. I didn't start using them. I didn't rebel against my spirit and start practicing promiscuity either. That wasn't for me, and it's not for you. Be patient and trust God. You are a virtuous woman. You're very attractive and nothing is wrong with you. You will find what you're looking for. Anyway, I hope that helps you or anyone else in your situation. It bothers me that people who try to do the right thing always feel devalued in some way for doing the right thing. Like this video if you liked it. Click on my picture to subscribe. Click on these videos to see more of me. Until next time.